What's up, everyone? This is Bill with BLR Tuning. Today's watch is a Invicta limited edition Punisher Marvel collection. See the skull in there. Punisher. Anyway, today we got a quick little video for you. This one doesn't take long at all. This is for the Kawasaki TERYX 5 and TERYX 4 H2 models. So it'll fit all H2 models. This is the front camera, and this is going to be displayed on the dashboard behind the steering wheel, not the Garmin. Okay, so this is the OEM front camera, straight from Kawasaki. The part number is easy to install. Comes with a little hole saw, comes with zip ties. Here's your camera. It's got a little plastic cover over it. We'll peel it off once we get it installed. This is going to allow you to see rocks and stuff like that in front of you, directly in front of the car. Give you a little better view. And then it does come with a little hole saw. Okay, we'll put that in the drill. Draw out the little hole. There's already a little nipple where the hole is up in the front of the car. We already have the rear one installed. I do have an install video for that as well, so I'll link that in the description below so you guys can check that out. But we'll head over to the vehicle, and we do have the rear cameras. We can get those, so we have those available on our website. It's blrtuning.tech. Let's over to the front of the car, show you guys what you got to do here. Boogeyman, this is our 2026 Kawasaki H2. This is the 5-seater. Okay, and then we come over to the front of the car, and if you come right on down to the front, you'll see we do have our tow hooks. You'll see those on our website as well, our billet aluminum tow hooks. But right here above that tow hook, you can see that little nipple right there. I'm gonna tip my finger. That's where we're drilling our hole. Okay, so we got to drill our hole there, and then it snaps in place. The plug is going to be on the right side, so the passenger, and it's this little white plug zip tied up there, or it's taped from the factory. It's taped right up there, so you'll need to run your wiring along there. Plug it in. It comes with zip ties. Zip tie everything up out of your way. So let me get the hole drilled and then snap it in there and show you how it goes. Another thing I should mention here, if you have an accessory like this and you want to install this without taking all this stuff off, you can simply pull out these 4 push pins. There's 2 down below right here on each side, and then 2 here on each side. And we're just using our plastic pry tools. These are on our website, blrtuning.tech. But I just wanted to show you that you can just take this plastic off, install it, and then bolt that back on. Install the camera and bolt that back on. That'll be a lot easier than drilling the hole while it's on the car. Okay, so once you got your hole drilled, snap that guy into place, turn it so it's facing forward, and you'll be able to see a little better once you get it plugged in. We got the wire fed through the hole, so now we'll run the wire up the side, and I'll show you how I route that wiring. But that's what your camera's going to look like. It's going to sit at an angle so it's facing kind of forward, right in this fashion right here. It's going to basically shine like about 2-3 feet out in front of the car. Okay, so here we are, right hand side of the car, passenger side, right? Our wire is behind everything, so straight from that plastic where the camera is, behind everything, we run it up, and then behind this plate. So we run it behind that plate there, and then up and behind this bar here. And then just make sure you're not pinching it in between any plastics. We're going to zip tie it along the way with the included zip ties. And then our excess wire will be up here by the plug, zip tied up out of the way to this bar right here. And then we did put some dielectric grease on the plug before we plugged it in. Okay, and then we'll hop over to the car. Let me get this zip tied up. Okay, so here we are in the H2. We'll turn the key. Try to film it as best as I can. There's quite a bit of glare. So we're gonna hit when we click on the button, say okay. All right, and we'll hold the little circle button. You have a back arrow, circle button, and then the big button, which is the knob itself, and the knob can rotate. Okay, so we're gonna hold this circle button. There it goes. Now we'll use the knob to go down to camera, and then click the knob for okay. All right, there's the front camera. Now you can turn this knob. So we turn right, it's zooming in. It does round robin and go back. So if you go left, you're all the way zoomed in. Okay. And then if you let's see, you can click the back arrow to go back here. Okay, get out of that screen. You can hit the circle button down here. Switch between cameras. So there's our rear camera, and same thing, we can zoom in. Right, circle button again does that. Okay, or you can just click the knob. I don't know if it can do split screen. I thought that it could, but I have not been able to get to where it will do split screen, even if you hold stuff down for 10 seconds. I've not been able to get it to show split screen, but it would be a very tiny screen, so I couldn't imagine it even being useful. So anyway, that's how it works. I'll go set something out front. I'll measure from the distance how far out it is so you guys can see kind of where it's zooming in at. So give me a minute and I'll do that. And one thing I will say is the cameras for the Garmin are way better than this, and it shows them on the Garmin. It is nice to have this stuff, though. If you were rock crawling, you want to know what's directly in front of you, you could have it displayed, or same with the rear, if you want to know what's in behind you. So it is nice to have, but the Garmin stuff is Bluetooth, but they're over $200 a piece for the cameras. They're Bluetooth. You can put them wherever you want. You can have multiple hooked up. So that is something we plan on doing in the future. And then you can also run the Garmin's switch stuff. So everything for your lighting is all on the panel. You can see we do have quite a bit on the rocker panel. So I do like that option. I understand why Kawasaki didn't do it by default. They just, because this doesn't come in every version of this side-by-side. It only comes in the SE models. So I get it. I just wish the SE models would have had an upgrade option to add those cameras. But I haven't seen one H2 with those cameras yet. So we plan on doing it. But let me go set something out front here and just let you guys see how far out the zoom is. Like when we're, so there's all the way zoomed out. When we're all the way zoomed in, I'd like to see exactly how far away that is and what point is it zooming in at. Okay, so I have a tape measure sticking out there in front of the car. And the tape measure is sitting on the ground directly in front of our tow hook. So if we had a big rock in front of us, it would hit that tow hook. That's, you get the idea. That's where the tape measure starts. And then there's a 17 millimeter socket. I'll zoom in here. So right there on that black mat is a 17 millimeter socket. Okay. So we can see, and that is 31 inches away, that socket is. So if we zoom in one at a time, right, we zoom in one at a time here. That's all the way zoomed in, and that is our focal point, dead center of the camera. So now you know, dead center of this camera zoomed in like that. That's 31 inches away. So you get the idea. If you wanted to pinpoint where center is and what's in front of you and how far away it is, that 17 millimeter socket sitting right there, there's the tape measure. So that is 31 inches away. 31, 32, right in there, probably closer to 32, but you get the idea. Okay, so that would help you understand where a rock is in location to you. If it looks like it's not dead center of this screen and closer to you, it's closer than 30 inches to you. So that is, tape measures drop down directly in front of the tow hook. And there you go. It's 31, almost 31 inches on the money where that socket was sitting, what you've seen in the car. One thing that should be noted, if your H2 is on the newest firmware, I know on the previous firmware it did not switch the camera from forward and reverse, but I want to show you, we are on the front facing camera right now. You can see we're hooked up to the truck on the trailer. See how clear it is. I just put it in reverse. You can see it says reverse here, and it did indeed put it to the reverse camera. Put it back to neutral. Okay, reverse. There's low gear, high gear, neutral, reverse. It will switch automatically. So that is a really nice feature. If you have this camera screen open, it'll switch for you when you put it in reverse. That is a awesome feature. I really like that. And then having that camera on here, you can see that bar up in the front of the trailer right here, and you can see the very edge of my tires. You can see so when I'm touching that bar, I can see it right here on the camera. Makes it loading and unloading off and on the trailer really easy for one person also. So anyway, I just want to throw that little clip in here. Just now figured out that it does that, so that is a really awesome feature. Anyway, I'm Bill with BLR Tuning. This is the Boogeyman, our H2. We will be out at UTV Takeover in Coos Bay, Oregon. So make sure you check that out. That's in June. We'll be there June 17th to June 21st. So make sure you look for us. If you see us rolling around out there in the dunes, flag us down, come say hi, and feel free to check out the build. We got a lot done to this vehicle, and we got more coming. I'm Bill at BLR Tuning. I hope this video helps somebody out on installing that front camera. Below in the description to install the rear camera. Links in the description where to get them. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.